Hi there and welcome back to my channel. On today's video, unsurprisingly, we're going to be doing an unboxing of the Sage Kitchen Wizz Peel and Dice and the Dyson kit as well. So this is just going to be an unboxing video today because there's a lot of accessories that come with this, so it would be a really long video if I actually made anything as well. I'm going to be using this in a few upcoming videos. I'm going to be demonstrating the Dyson kit and also what else you can do with this food processor. So I've had this for a few days now. Sage sent it out and yeah, I got it a few days ago, so I've been really excited to open it, but I wanted to genuinely unbox it on camera. So I'm going to crack on without further ado. So I'll do the Kitchen Wizz Peel and Dice first, and then we'll do the Dyson kit. So I'll put this to the side just for a moment. And we'll go on with trying to unbox this monster. So eagle-eyed viewers have probably noticed that I actually have the Kitchen Wizz, not the Peel and Dice model. It's been sitting in the background of a few videos. So I believe it's the same base, this has just got better attachments. I think it's a slightly different jug and everything. So I've used that for a while and it's awesome, so this can only be better. Stuffed on the side, and polystyrene, of course. The instruction manual's in the box. And take off the top layer of polystyrene. So what it looks like here is the jug, just unwrap, the base, which I forgot how heavy this is. It's a good bit of weight, and this is like brilliant because it stops it moving around when you're using it. So it means that if you're making a dough or something, it's not jumping around the countertop, which is really handy. And finally, the monster box of accessories. This is quite significantly bigger than the normal Kitchen Wizz. The actual food processor itself has got red markings on it and it says it's Dyson compatible. So there's also a difference with the top pusher that I can see. This separates into several parts, and really handily, like the last one, there's measuring increments on this, so you can actually take the cap off this and use this to store fluids, and it'll store about 100 ml of fluid. So it's handy if you've got any like lime juice or anything, or lemon juice that you want to keep or you want to measure, and you're just looking for somewhere to put it quickly. Pusher looks identical, although I believe the Dyson attachment changes that, so we'll look at that in a minute. As always, this opens up and you get the smaller bowl inside, which is absolutely brilliant. This is really handy for making like curry paste or smaller things where you don't want to get the entire bowl dirty. Another good thing is that the handle is at the front of the unit, so it means if the handle was at the side, for example, it would take up a bit extra room, so it just keeps everything neat and tidy, keeps everything lined up. And it's also good for when you're taking it off because you don't need to reach around the side or anything, so I really like that feature about it. Before I get the Kitchen Wizz, I used to have like a Kenwood food processor or something similar, not really sure. But what happened with that is all the attachments ended up in drawers in the cupboard. You would lose attachments when you were looking for them, they would never be in the one place. So having everything in a box, neat and tidy, and having one place for it is just a total game changer. It's so good. You can just open the box and everything's in here. So what do we have in the box? The first thing that we've got in the box is a blade for the small bowl. It's obviously a bit smaller and it just fits in the bowl, pretty self-explanatory. The next one is the quad blade, and it comes in a plastic cover for good reason, because this is razor sharp. So this fits in the main bolt, and this does the main processing, and this is a monster. I can tell you that from experience. If you want to mince like a chicken breast, it takes like 3 seconds. It really is ridiculous that this thing's got a timer on it, because I for one haven't really found anything that requires this to be running for any more than about 10 seconds for chopping tasks anyway. It is ridiculously powerful. Next thing's a dough blade for making like pizza dough and bread doughs, and you're making rich doughs with this, so it saves you having to have a mixer as well, which is really handy. There's a spindle for using the cutting discs, like the julienne disc and the variable slicer. There's a variable slicer which allows you to go from, I think it's 0.3 of a millimetre up to 8 millimetres in 1/4 mil increments now, which is really nice. It gives you a lot of control, and it's so fast. So if you want to cut up something really thin, it's the perfect tool to do that, and it's so even as well. The next big disc is the emulsifying disc. So if you're making mayonnaise or you need to blend fat into water, this is the disc to do that. A small cleaning brush, and there's a spatula which is designed to fit the contours of the bowl. So it's a nice flexible spatula, not too flexible and not too hard. It's really good for getting the last of the ingredients out from everywhere, and everything's got a nice Sage branding on it, which is really nice. There's 3 discs in here. There's a coarse and fine grating attachment. So it's just a reversible disc, and that just fits in the top on the spindle. There is the julienne blade. What's also nice is that everything is labelled with its function, so that's really handy if you're not really sure just by looking at something what it does. You can just look at it and it tells you, which is fantastic. And lastly, in the top section is the chipper for French fries. So this is just like a bigger julienne, and you can just put French fries in. It cuts them to 8 millimetres, which is a really good size for French fries. The top section of the box is pretty similar. In fact, I think it's actually identical to the original kitchen was. So where this differs is in the bottom section. So this section lifts off, and this is where the magic lies. The first thing that I see in this section of the box is the peeler disc, and that's just a plastic disc, so this is for peeling potatoes and beetroot, I think it says. The next thing in the box is a geared spindle, which I believe is used for the Dyson attachments. So this feels quite a heavy, substantial bit of kit. I'm assuming there's some kind of gearing in here to slow the drive down so that it's working with the dicer, I'm assuming. There is there's the cleaning tool for the last bit of dice, because what will happen is when you're dicing, you'll get a bit left on the top of the dicer. So I believe this just clips, yep, on the bottom of the pushing tool when you push this through to get rid of the last bits of food that are caught in there. So these will be sized for the different size discs. This one's got 12 mils on the side of it, so this will be for the standard disc that comes with the machine. There's the distributing blade. I think this is for, you put this on and it just makes sure everything gets distributed evenly, so you're not building up everything on one side. There's a cutting disc and there's a safety guard on that, so I'm assuming, yep, that looks razor sharp. And finally, the actual Dyson blade itself. So again, there's a safety cover on this, as it's probably going to be extremely sharp. It's extremely sharp, surprise, surprise. So I'm going to keep a hold of that cover so I don't cut myself. So the really cool thing about this is that it's packed nice and neat. It's taller rather than wide, so it means it'll take up less surface area in the kitchen. I usually keep this like in a cupboard, so surface area is at a premium in my gadget cupboard, surprise, surprise. And I usually keep this in the countertop, so there's features on here as well that make it take up less room in the countertop, which is absolutely spot on. So we're not finished yet. We're going to unbox the Dyson kit, which I believe will be similar to the Dyson kit below. So this box is a lot more manageable than the last one. And inside there's another instruction manual, which is actually a bit as thick as the one that came with the food processor. Put that to the side. And it's encased in some polystyrene. So the machine comes with a 12mm Dyson blades, so you're going to get 12mm cubes, which is good for like potato salad and stuff. But for something like, for example, like a salsa, you want smaller cubes. So you want like an 8mm disc, or a fruit salad you would want like 16mm. So in this box, which very nicely matches the food processor box, is the 8mm and the 16mm discs. So these blades are colour coded, which is a really nice feature because it means it's going to be harder to get them mixed up. And some plastic just separating those. So pretty similar to the 12mm disc that's in the other one. These have got another cutting blade with a safety cover and another safety cover on this. So I'm going to make the assumption that, yep, razor sharp again, as expected. Although they're not sharp in the back, which is good, so you can actually hold it up. Probably, I wouldn't recommend holding it with the other side because you could cut yourself pretty bad. So I'm just going to keep the safety covers on those. One of the other things that you're also going to need is the different pushers. So that's for the 16mm pusher, and again these are labelled to make it harder to mix up, and the 8mm one for the 8mm Dyson blade. So again, same thing with the 8mm one, there's a cutting blade and there's also the Dyson grid. So these should be really handy for like Mexican food, pico de gallo, stuff like that, and just like tomato salsas. Probably between this and the 8mm, probably a chunky guacamole, which would be really handy, and the 16mm fruit salads. Probably potato salad. I'd probably say 12 is maybe a bit small for potato salad, but we'll see. 16 for home fries, stuff like that. And this is going to be really fun to play with and just see what recipes I can come up with this. So the purpose of this video was purely just to unbox this and show all the component parts. Didn't really feel it was necessary to show everything in action because there's a few videos online that you can see the chopper working, you can see the grating blade working. I will show them in future videos, but I figured this video is probably long enough. So my next video, I'm actually going to film this straight after, so everything should look similar, and I'm going to be making something with this to show one of the features. So look forward to that, and as always, if you liked this video, please click like and subscribe. Thanks very much.